Distinguished Chair, Your Excellencies, dear esteemed delegates of the Commission for Population and Development. It's both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today and represent the Albanian delegation as we delve on one of the most pressing issues of our time, the intersection of population dynamics and sustainable development. As representatives of the nations united under the auspices of the United Nations, we are tasked with navigating the complex terrain of population growth, demographic shifts, and their profound implications for global progress. The challenges we face are multifaceted, requiring innovative solutions and unwavering commitment to the principles of equity, human rights, and sustainability. As we gather here today to discuss the progress and challenges faced by our populations, and we strive for inclusive development within our countries and through our shared international actions, I believe that it's important to underline, in such times of global unrest and crisis in values, that my country's commitment and alignment to the ICPD's principles is unwavering, and Albania's development over the past decade is a living example of such an approach. Speaking of concrete progress, I'm happy to inform the esteemed delegates in this session that Albania has achieved most of its commitments to the Nairobi ICPD 25s. The National Youth Strategy, co-authored with youth and civil society, has as a pillar the promotion of active, healthy, physical, social, and mental well-being among young people, and it provides a clear and well-defined action plan for accomplishing the goals in its following years. Each day, we strive for successful implementation of this strategy, which requires commitment, contribution, and partnership among state institutions, networks, and youth representation structures, civil society, and most importantly, young people themselves. The National Youth Strategy, the first one in Albania, was created thanks to a crucial contribution and support provided by UNFPA, UNICEF, and UNDP, i.e., together with the UN. On a strategic level, Albania has a strong legal basis, providing and promoting equity, inclusiveness, access to services, and a strong focus on digitalization and green agenda, as it's highlighted on the National Strategy for Development and Integration. To name but a few, the National Youth Strategy, the National Strategies for Health, the Agenda for Children, the Strategy for Social Care, Social Inclusion, Education, Gender Equality, National Action Plans for Sexual and Reproductive Health, Older Persons, and many more. These documents represent policy objectives, and actions to make significant progress for 2030 towards young and old, people with disabilities, key population in all spheres of public, social, and economic life. Albania has also made significant amendments and contributions to gender-based violence law, providing greater protection for women, girls, and other vulnerable groups within its territory. And in 2022, it has amended the National Sex Offender Registry Act with a unanimous vote in its parliament. Throughout these years, our comprehensive education curriculum has been successfully integrated into the education system, addressing sexual health, reproduction, substance abuse, and it fosters a holistic well-being attitude. While the median age in Albania has increased from 33 in 2011 to 38 in 2023, and from high fertility rates to lower ones, like the rest of the Western Balkan, Europe, and the world, we are committed to make and build a better life for our people where their universal human rights are ensured and no one is left behind. In response to the anxieties about demographic change, we're looking into solutions that are long-term, sustainable, and support the acceleration of women's rights to reproductive decision-making and bodily autonomy. In this case, Albania has meant investment to provide universal access to quality reproductive health services, including contraception and infertility services, and actions to address the many other issues that determine choices about childbearing. Examples of this include paid leave, providing child benefit as a universal policy to everyone, and flexible working hours. Additionally, we must redouble our efforts to promote universal access to quality healthcare, including sexual and reproductive health services, as a fundamental human right, by investing in family planning programs and a comprehensive sexuality education. We can empower individuals to make informed decisions for their reproductive lives, thereby reducing unintended pregnancies, maternal mortality, and the spread of sexually transmitted infections. Through targeted policies and incentives, we can promote more sustainable lifestyles and economic models that prioritize the well-being of both people and the planet. In the end, I want to relish once again this great opportunity for sharing our experiences and discussing our common challenges today, because as the past years have shown, progress is possible when we work together with dedication for a shared vision to build a more equitable, inclusive, and sustainable world for all. As we embark on this crucial journey together, let us rise to the challenge of our time by ensuring that our children and our youth inherit a world of peace, prosperity, and dignity for all. Thank you for your attention.